We have already seen Devon and Levan pull on the left arm. We will discuss Devon's statement about that practice pull as well. But did they pull on the right as well on the same day? And what did Devon say about Hermes Gasparini? Hello and welcome everyone. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe if you actually end up liking the video. So Coach Ray asked Devon about his practice pull with Levan and if they actually practice pull on the right as well. To this, Devon said a clear no, that they didn't pull because Levan wanted to rest his right arm. It's not recovered yet. Well, that is most likely true, but Devon said the same about Georgi Svetkov as well. When we clearly know that Devon and Georgi did pull, and Devon was really impressed by Georgi Svetkov's right arm power, that he said that he is much stronger than Hermes Gasparini, and yet he said that they didn't pull. So maybe he pulled with Levan as well, but there is a very small chance of that happening. And about the left arm, Devon said, and I quote, "Don't be fooled by what you saw in that video. Don't be fooled. I was on the table for probably 20 minutes. I wanted to pull him fresh. I don't think he wanted to. The match, fresh for fresh, might not look like that." I agree with this statement, but at the same time, I don't agree with this because yes, Devon was clearly tired. He was breathing heavy when he pulled Levan. But Levan was also not engaging with his speed and explosivity, which are his strengths. So if that match happens fresh for fresh, Levan is also going to attack really fast. So I think that can kind of nullify the tiredness that Devon had going into that practice poll, and it may in fact look the same like it did. So about the right-handed potential match with with Dennis. That's what Devon said, that this is going to be open top versus open top. Now we're talking about the Denis Siplenkov match, and that will not be enough for anyone to win the match. They will eventually have to stand up and finish, and that is something that we discussed before as well, that Devon may run into some troubles trying to finish Denis Siplenkov, and same goes for Dennis as well. Like, pinning your opponent is going to be the most difficult thing in this match. That's going to make this match really exciting. About Hermes Gasparini, when Devon beat him easily, he was kind of surprised. I was definitely surprised. I thought if I was going to win it, it is going to be real sloppy, real ugly. I wasn't anticipating it to be like that. So clearly he was surprised, and he said that Hermes cannot use the wrist after it has been taken. There are some arm wrestlers who can still engage their wrist even if it is taken, but Hermes is not like that. Well, until the Levan Secretly match, Hermes Gasparini was a very simple arm wrestler. I always used to say that if Hermes Gasparini has this, he has 100% winning record, and if he's like this, then he likely has 0% winning record. So very simple arm wrestler, will not lose if has this, will lose if it is like this. But something changed in the Levan Secretly match. Hermes was fighting like that, but that was only once. Other than that, now we have seen that Devon also beat Hermes easily when he took his wrist. But even in that Levan match, if we just go by the score, overall score of the match, Levan won. So yes, Hermes is still 100% losing when he loses his wrist. Even Matt Mask beat him when he loses his wrist. So Devon said there is clearly something wrong with Hermes Gasparini's wrist. We know that he had a rod fitted in his hand, in his wrist, about 4 or 5 years ago before the Matt Mask match. So maybe there is still some problem because of that. So Todd Hutchings versus Kidargali Ongarbayev. Devon said that everything is lining up for Todd Hutchings. He should be the favorite on paper, but he still believes that Ongarbayev is going to win. Devon said that I don't see him outlasting Kidargali. I don't see him out arm wrestling Kidargali. Todd is most likely going to be on the offensive. Ongarbayev will be on the defensive, but he will somehow figure out how to out arm wrestle Toddzilla from there. And if we go by the common opponents, that's what Devon also discussed. Irakli Zirakashvili got destroyed by Toddzilla. Ongarbayev also beat him kind of convincingly, but still there was some competition. John Brezink, yes, Ongarbayev beat him 3 pins to 1, but about 2 rounds were very close. No, 1 round was very close. One was dominated by John and one was dominated by Kidargali Ongarbayev. And what happened against Toddzilla? Todd rolled. He just dominated the good John Brezink. So that way also Todd is looking good. And stylistically, yes, there is a possibility that Ongarbayev may be way too versatile, but Todd's style is going to be good against Ongarbayev, and his shoulder is going to feel something in that match, the surgery that he had in 2020. John Brzenk versus Sasho, and Devon was saying that he hopes that Toddzilla wins, obviously. If Todd becomes the champion, is Devon still going to be equally, what's the right word, to be excited about something? Is he going to be excited about that 105 kg title because he's already beaten Toddzilla? But that match can once again be interesting at 105 kilos, or maybe not. Maybe Devon is way too much. John versus Sasho, if the match stops, John has to finish it early, 5 to 10 seconds. This is what Devon was saying. Otherwise, John can run into some troubles, but it was looking like Devon was slightly favoring John in that match. And talking about Devon's current shape, he's below 255 pounds and he's feeling stronger. That's kind of strange. He said that in 6 major lifts, he's outdoing himself by a fair bit margin in 5 of them, 2 of them by a huge margin, and 3 of them slightly heavier, and one riser, one pronation lift, that is something that is lacking when we compare it to the Hermes Gasparini match. Otherwise, Devon is feeling really strong. He will need that pronator to beat Dennis. He will need his arm as well to beat Dennis. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.